Hey everybody, I'm so excited. This is Sharona Drake, and this is another episode of Serve Your City. I am thrilled today because I have one of my favorite comedians with me, Tony Baker.
What's happening? I'm honored, first of all, that I'm one of your favorites.
You really are.
Teachers always got some words and phrases that they like. I guess the cat's out of the bag now. Like, why are cats in bags? Who's shoving cats in bags? Have you ever put a cat in a pillowcase? They hate this. Who's putting cats in bags? Of course they're out the bag. They hate it in there. There's more than one way to skin a cat. Who's skinning cats? Who hates cats this much? They just thought of a whole new vocabulary, just herding cats.
Y'all are hearing this noise in the background because right now you're on tour. So it's the comedians of social.
Real comedians of social media.
Real comedians of social media tour.
Yeah.
Which is dope. I think the concept was really cool, and the fact that you're doing it in a lot of places where people don't get comedy, like certain churches or certain venues, I think is really, really cool. So I hope you guys do it again.
Yeah.
But you're not a social media comedian. Like, you've been doing this
before,
for a long time.
10 years now.
10 years.
10 years.
What is a misconception that you think people have? Because social media, you can have millions of followers or thousands of followers, and people might think, oh man, you here, you're doing this, da, da. What is the biggest misconception that people have with you doing stand-up comedy and your social media following?
I think the biggest misconception now is that, I'm just a voiceover guy. Because my following really grew a lot when I started doing the voiceovers.
Yeah.
They went viral really fast, and my numbers shot up. So a lot of people were introduced to me that way.
Right here is where I had to get him. He stepped outside the pocket. Woo!
So the misconception is, you do stand-up for real. Like, not knowing that I was doing stand-up prior to Instagram and all that. And that's probably the biggest misconception now. It's like, but I love it when, the biggest compliment for me is when, man, I can't see you live. And it was just, better live than it. That's what I want, because stand-up is what I'm gonna be doing.
Yeah.
Like, if I get a sitcom, movies and all that, I'll do them. In the downtime, I'll be doing stand-up. Because there's no substitute for live entertainment.
That's true.
I mean, social media is hot, you're streaming, but you need a date night. You can't take your girl out to the laptop. You wanna go out tonight? You gotta hit the town. You gotta go somewhere. So it's like there's no substitute. No matter how much we stream, Netflix, movies on demand, YouTube, you still need that night out.
Yeah.
With your lady, with your girl, whatever. And live entertainment, there's no substitute for it. So that's why I love like stand-up.
So even though I do music and I do hosting, I've always studied comedians. I feel like it's the truest art form that is out there.
Yeah.
And it's because of a couple of reasons. Like, if a singer is bad, you just gonna get silence.
Yeah.
Like, and the rock!
They be like, thank you.
They'll have their cameras out and you'll be on some other social media.
Absolutely.
They'll talk then. But prior to that, it's just like,
they're just gonna be polite and just be like.
But a comedian tell a joke and it goes quiet. First of all, the silence alone is telling.
Right.
And then two, the fact that people feel like, I don't care about how much work you put in. I don't care about the fact that you're giving your all out here. I'm not laughing hard enough, so I'm a joke on you.
Right.
Like, that is scary to me. So y'all have to be connected in a different way.
Yeah, because it's like we need an immediate reaction for things to progress and go on. Like, with a song, you could be killing it.
Yeah.
But if the audience is not familiar with the words,
right,
they just got to sit there and take it like, okay. This is all they can do until they know the words. Then when you're doing your greatest hits, that's when the audience is like,
right.
They hold and they love on. Every word is like, when you hit them with that new song, even superstars, they do that new track, the audience be like, okay, we like it, But they still want to hear them hits, though. Like,
Right.
I don't force comedy.
Okay.
Like, for me, like, if I feel like, if I say to myself, what's funny about this? Then it's too much work already. It's not funny. to me.
Right.
Like for me, I feel like life is full of comedy. Like the most mundane things, you can find something funny in it without even really looking. And a lot of people say that about my materials. Like you say stuff that's so simple. Like I've never thought of it, but we encounter it all the time.
You said a joke about Raisin Bran tonight.
Right.
Like that, I'm never going to
thought about how heavy Raisin Bran is. But it's right there in the bowl. It's like, that's how comedy comes to me. It's like something in the moment real quick and I'm just like, that's pretty funny. And like, but you know, some comedians, they force comedy out of serious situations. Like this, it's not there. It's not there. So I'm just a firm believer in there's comedy all around us. Even at a funeral, there might be something funny.
Yeah, sometimes the funniest things.
Oh man, the funeral, there's mad material in there. Church, funeral, family get-togethers, a family break, your aunt cussing somebody out in the corner. In the moment, it's like.
I always laugh in the moment. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Like I see it in the moment. There was a guy at our church. Oh my gosh. I was a teenager. I'm sitting in the choir stand looking down. And, this is really bad. Whatever. But,
I'm all in.
You're not on social media. But he had to go outside. And so we're in church and he was there. And then at some point, he pops out the eye. Listen, Thomas. Yes. And he wipes it on his shirt. And he puts it back in. Now I'm dead. Like everybody's drunk. Because I'm like, how did he know it was dirty? Right. He couldn't see it. Like, so that was my thing.
I didn't even think about that. I didn't even know the cleaning.
How do you know?
I can see out this thing. Hey. Come on, man.
Church, man.
There we go. Finish. Like, that's facts though. Like, how did he know?
To this day. But
somebody must have told.
Hey, you got a little
your eyes ashy. You got some cigarette tobacco in your eye. I had some Marlboro real the other day.
What made him think that was okay at this moment? I know you're preaching, but let me go on it.
Man.
Listen,
he just didn't care either.
No kidding.
I don't know why I'm making that noise. That's all I figured, I'd pop
That's what it
out.
sounds like.
Ooh, eye. Put your eye back in. My bad. What was you saying?
You are a nut. Oh my God.
Here in the middle of the night. Are you up?
You been there taking your eye out again?
Come on, baby. Cut me some slack. One of my influences is Sinbad, Damon Wayans, and Jerry Seinfeld.
Yes.
And so Jerry Seinfeld, all of his comedy is pretty much his observations.
Yes.
So I was always drawn to that, and I would just watch him and I was never like laughing real hard, but I always enjoyed his observations.
Yes.
And the most socks and
thin fork. He did one about a thin fork.
Yeah. So it's like I related to it. So that's the kind of comedy I like to bring, just observations and stuff like that. Sometimes I go deeper into stuff like that, but predominantly it's about like observations, pets, people, family members, pencils, chocolate milk, whatever.
They didn't care about us in public school. They gave us chocolate milk with every lunch in public school. They wanted us to get diabetes in public school. And the thing about chocolate milk, it's great, but it doesn't match any meal you can think of. Like we were eating chocolate milk and spaghetti. That doesn't match. Chocolate milk and tater tots? Come on, public school. You can't even wash your food down with chocolate milk. That's thicker than what you just ate. Your whole meal is sitting in your neck after lunch. Teachers are asking you questions. What was that, Anthony? Now we're cooking with grease, kids.
I think all comedians are healers of sorts. Like there are some things that just won't change your situation.
Right.
But if you can laugh really hard today,
you forget about it for that moment. You're like, oh man, like after you done laughing, you just like, man.
Yeah.
Especially if it's real funny when you can laugh later.
Yes, you still chuckling, just driving.
Yeah, you just feel great. Like,
yeah.
And that's what I really enjoy. Like I get a high from it. Like making somebody crack up. Oh man.
I think about like, okay, when I get to heaven, I want to hear. I used to think of heaven like having different sections. Right. I used to be like, I want to spend time in the comedy section.
Yeah.
Because it's like God created comedy. Like He's gonna tell me a joke and I'm gonna laugh for 3,000 years.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, 3,000 a year.
Because I got the time.
Right. That guy be up there as soon as you walk in. He's like, so I'm telling the guy, right? I say, I'm gonna create this woman for you. Don't go to the tree. You know what he does? He went to the tree. He went to the tree. I told y'all. Snakes rolling up, talking. This is why.
Another thing I think is really great is using our platform to talk about, to push forward ideas that we believe in. And one thing I feel like you've never been afraid of is shying away from real issues. So although we laugh and you do the animal voiceovers and you have everything else going on, you'll talk about Kaepernick. You'll talk about racial issues. You were in the video. I forget, what was the name of that video that had the cop thing?
Oh yeah, we did the mannequin challenge.
Yeah, the mannequin man. Listen,
police, yeah,
that was crazy.
Yeah.
Did you see what he was wearing?
Yeah, a dark hoodie, like a gray hoodie, and
we want justice by any means necessary.
Everything's not funny. You know, certain things need to be said, certain things need to be addressed, and like, you know, I have a platform. I want to, you know, maybe certain people didn't know about, you know what I'm talking about. Now they do. Now they're thinking about it.
Right.
Like, if people don't agree, that's fine. Don't disagree. And then when I lose people because of it, like, cool, I didn't want you anyway. Because I always feel like I'm never coming from a place of hate.
Right.
I'm never coming from a place of, you know, bigotry. I know that in my heart and soul. So it's like, if you disagree with what I had to say that wholeheartedly or that negatively, then I didn't really want you. Same with bookings. Like if because I agree with Kaepernick's purpose for the kneel, if you feel like that's a problem where you don't want to work with me, then I don't want your money anyway.
Right.
Like I did a joke recently about, it was just a Easter Sunday joke about Jesus, you know, resurrecting and it's the first of the month, rest due. He went back into the tomb, you know what I'm saying? Just a little, you know, light. People was really mad. I was like, I wasn't dissing Christianity at all. It was just,
Right.
you know, just making light of,
Laugh.
because to me, you're making a joke of Jesus with an Easter bunny, but nobody's talking about it. Like what the Easter bunny and baskets and eggs got to do with
Nothing. And you got it at the church.
everybody having a great time. You got kids out here in front of you. Okay, I don't know what that has to do with. When Jesus came back, he didn't have a rabbit in his hand. Like, man, we back. Eating Easter eggs.
We back.
We back. And bunny's like, we left?
Well, thank you so much.
Of course.
For being a part. You guys, please follow Tony Baker online. Please buy merchandise from his website. And yeah, go, you know, have a great date night or go by yourself and see him live if he's coming to a city near you. Is there anything you'd like to say?
Yeah, just like I said, man, I'm a big proponent of people following their dreams. So whatever you're passionate about, please stick to it. Like, because you know, in this life, we get complacent, we settle, and like. Just keep doing it, like, because I hear a lot of people like, man, I always wanted to do this, but I just gave up or whatever. Don't give up. Like even if, and don't think about money. Whatever you love to do, the money will come. Everything will fall into place. As long as you do. If you love to sell drugs, then.
Well, marijuana might become legal.
Well, yeah, that, you know, but like, you know, the legal stuff, that might not. But like, you know, anything that you love to do it, just do it. Because I was looking at a Steven Spielberg documentary on HBO, and you know, he was hanging with like Francis Ford Coppola, Steven Spielberg, Martin Scorsese.
Yeah.
And they just made movies because they love to do it. It wasn't even about the money. It was like, I love to do what we do.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're some of the richest people in the game. And I feel like when you put good energy on what you love to do, you're not using it in an evil way. You're not. It's just pure. Keep doing it. Everything else will come.
It's like the world makes room for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you for that.
Thank you.